Hey. Oh, yeah. I thought I was going to come into this with a little more energy. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Brock Purdy threw 5 touchdown passes, and the 49ers beat the Colts. I look tired because I am. I tried to stay awake for the lot of that game, but something about these Monday Night Football game halftime shows that I've just been sleeping through. But in general, weird game tonight. So, I'm gonna let some people file in. Welcome to the post Monday Night Football Hunnaball stream with, of course, Hunnaball going with the Adidas black shirt today. Felt like no sense in repping any team because if Dan Jones isn't playing, what's the point, right? So the Phillip Rivers thing is over. I think we can all agree on that. Just pulling up the stream, making sure everything's going through. What's up, Otis? See, Mohammed's here. Didn't watch the game. You didn't miss much. I didn't realize how tired I looked. Oh boy. It's been a hell of a weekend, but we're here, aren't we? We're here. Brock Purdy threw 5 touchdown passes. If I can figure out how to get the chat overlay to work, it'll be a perfect night. Yeah, it was, what is this? 3 nights before Christmas, and all through the town, you could hear anything except the Phillip Rivers touchdown. I'm just kidding. He threw 2. But he wasn't very good tonight, and it's easy to kind of celebrate the 49ers. The Niners are good. Yeah, let's see the Niners in the Super Bowl. Go us. But in general, I don't know. I think the story here is the Colts are done. This was a weird one because both defenses are pretty strong, and if you had some people start in this game in your fantasy matchup, I'm sure you won because it was a high-flying, high-scoring affair. It's tough to organize thoughts about this one though. The Niners kept scoring, and the Colts didn't. Not to oversimplify it, but we've watched enough football. We know who the Niners are. They're the same team that lost to the Jags, so I don't even know how this season's shaking out. So we got some people file in. Colts know Dan Jones wonder what would happen exactly. We got Stoner Cat here. Glad I didn't watch this game. Yeah, honestly, it looks worse than it was. It was actually kind of fun seeing Big Phil huck it around. And the Niners, I don't even know if the Niners punted once. It's very possible they could have gone this game with no punts, or at least very few. They did not punt. Not a single time. So if you're a Niners fan, this was a good night. 48 points in Indy, in front of the hometown crowd, in front of Red Panda, which is a bummer. Wish Red Panda could have been there for a Colts dub, but that's not the world we live in. We got American Dragon Son here. I saw 5 was live. Yeah, 5 is back. After missing a Saturday stream, 5 is here. What is up? Keep me entertained while I play Minecraft. I'm going to try 5-hour energy. I'm going to try because I can't believe I look like garbage. I look like I just lost a fight to Anthony Joshua. Man, I just got punched in the jaw. I gotta stop. I'm gonna cover my face with the tab. I can't believe how tired I look. Which, by the way, I'm not even gonna get into it. I was gonna go into a whole different tangent. Let's talk about football for a second. I just still can't believe the Phillip Rivers thing is still happening. It was nice. Riley Leonard got a snap, so gotta give Riley Leonard some credit. He's probably going to be playing rest of season because the Colts are done. 49ers, again, control their own destiny, as I'm sure we know. If you don't, 49ers win against Chicago and beat Seattle. They are not only in the playoffs, they're the #1 seed in the NFC. So they needed to win this one, and they did. I'm not going to sit here and act like these last 5 wins are super impressive, but beating the Panthers is something. The Browns are kind of a little frisky. And the Colts were good for a little bit. And clearly the Niners offense at the bare minimum is clicking. I thought it was nice to see everyone get involved. I thought that was really... Brock Purdy had a great night. And I never say that. I really never say that. George Kittle was the big star of the night. He did awesome. Jawan Jennings did what he had to do. But, at the end of the day, who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? Sounds like a lot of you guys didn't watch this game. Sounds like a lot of you were just kind of like, whatever, deferring this one. I think... Week 16, unless the game has massive, serious playoff implications with 2 high-flying teams, I just don't think you can get the NFL audience to fully commit in Week 16 onward, until the playoffs at least. So I don't know. It's tough to be analytical in this one because, I don't know, I might be sick. I'm just not making the grandiose football takes. Brock Purdy was sacked once for 0 yards, so there's that. That's a stat. Christian McCaffrey, solid run game. Obviously, they were able to run the ball a lot better. The Colts couldn't. I'm really interested to see what the Colts do with Jonathan Taylor over the next week. I will be playing Jonathan Taylor in the Fantasy Football Championship, and I hope he rushes for 16 carries for 46 yards. Man, that would be nice. That would be nice. Kind of hate the Niners. Don't care anymore. Niners haven't punted since November. That can't be true. Oh, that is true. Wait, what? Wait, December, we're already at December 22nd. That's crazy. Time's flying. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Wow, drink a Monster. I should. I'm out. I'm fresh out. I'm fresh out. We're going to keep going. Teams that had Dan Jones crumble and they no longer had Dan Jones. Giants, Vikings, Colts. What's up, John? Happy to see you, man. Yeah, exactly. Can't disagree. According to Chris Carter, Purdy still sucks because he didn't throw over 300 yards, though. That's, yeah, bad night out of Brock Purdy. Didn't quite hit the 300-yard threshold. Again, the touchdowns are a little misleading. A couple of them were, albeit very short. 2 of them were passing to Christian McCaffrey, but 5 touchdowns is 5 touchdowns. We rip on Brock Purdy a lot around here. We got Hunter's Hill coming up later. Yay. But got to give credit where it's due. It was just, you know, as a sequence of plays. That's honestly tonight's game. It was a sequence of plays that happened. And I've been championing that this is a great football season. We've had a lot of interesting games. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rusty after missing a day of watching sports. But I got back into it and was just like not feeling the Phillip Rivers thing. You know, missing passes, underthrowing guys. He just doesn't have the arm. It was a fun experiment. I'm glad we did it. But boy, by the end of that game, I think everyone involved in the Indianapolis organization just felt a little dumb. You know? Just a little less bright. Just like, well, that's probably what we thought was going to happen, but it's weird to see it actually come to fruition. It's weird. You know, it's one thing to picture Phillip Rivers as your starting quarterback. It's another thing to actually send him out there in December and, you know, expect him to keep you in the playoff race. I don't know. It's tough to understand because he had some good passes. The Alec Pierce touchdowns were cool. He had some good throws. I don't even like punching down on Big Phil. I wanted this to work, but to be honest, we all know who should have been there. We all know that the wrong 1-7-17 was playing tonight. We all know that if Dan Jones was able to defend his home field tonight, December 22nd, 2025, 3 days before Christmas, all I want for Christmas is Dan Jones to heal up and return back to the gridiron, because unlike what I thought most of this season, this Colts team isn't just Jonathan Taylor and a bunch of dudes. No, man, it was Dan Jones running the ship, steering it. He was the savior for Indianapolis. And he's gone. And it hurts, because now we have to sit here and watch 250 Phillip Rivers go out there and underthrow tight ends and miss Josh Downs to the sideline. I don't enjoy talking bad about Phillip Rivers. I've been on record saying this whole thing is a little dumb. This whole thing. If you're trying to lose games, bring out Phillip Rivers. But unless, like, Riley Leonard's a rookie. I mean, let's try it. I don't know. The Colts always do weird stuff. Between the Jeff Saturday thing and the Phillip Rivers thing, oh boy. And the Andrew Luck. There's so much smoke in Indy. I don't know. I'm trying to get like a macro take from this one, and the only thing I can really muster as a take is that I miss Dan Jones, and he will not be forgotten on this stream. We respect Dan Jones in this household, damn it. That's all I got. Browns could win the North next year. Yes, they could, apparently. I don't know where that came from, but yes, they could. First half was cool. CMC's carried me to a fantasy championship. It's like a dying horse race begging to be put down. Yeah. Are the 3 best teams in the NFC all from the same division? I just refuse to buy the Niners. And it's funny because I'm starting to think we're going to get a lame Super Bowl matchup this year. I don't know. Something's just... My rule with football, and the NFL in particular, which is football. My rule with the NFL is that it's as awful as it is to say, expect the worst matchup you can in the Super Bowl. It's almost always paid off. The matchup you want to see the least will happen. Chiefs, Eagles, 49ers, Chiefs, Eagles, Chiefs again, Patriots, Falcons, Patriots, Eagles. There's a lot of just boring matchups with boring teams because boring wins in the NFL. And I'm starting to think, man, are we going to see an Eagles-Steelers Super Bowl? Are we going to see 49ers versus the Broncos? Oh, God. Don't tell me that. So I'm really starting to fear that we're going to get a boring Super Bowl matchup. I don't know. That was just a thought I had. And I want to talk a little bit more about the Aaron Rodgers Steelers in a little bit, but we'll stick with this game for now because it is Monday Night Football. And, a game of football was played. Pick six was terrible. That throw was slow. Exactly. I feel when Phillip Rivers is out there throwing, I feel like I'm back on the adult flag league. Just watching quarterbacks just air it out and just the ball sits in the sky for 20 seconds. You're just waiting for it to fall down. Then it goes to the defense. Rooting for the doubleheader Kitty Bowl this year, Jags Panthers. I want to have a dual screen with the actual Kitten Bowl. That would be awesome. Jags Panthers would be the best Super Bowl ever. That would be the weirdest Super Bowl matchup we have ever seen. We are approaching, this is going to be the 60th one. That would be the weirdest matchup of all time. Indiana can maybe win the Natty with the Colts sacrifice. Maybe. That's one thing. You're right. Indiana's got one thing. It's been an up and down year for Indiana, I'll tell you. The highest of highs. Dan Jones getting MVP talks. The Pacers in the finals, game 7. And then you just get your legs cut out from underneath you. No pun intended. About Tyrese Halliburton or Dan Jones. Hopefully Indiana and Fernando Mendoza can put it away. That being said, if they do, that does not mean that my New York Giants have to take Fernando Mendoza first overall. Niners offense hasn't punted since week 13. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Maybe the Niners are for real, and I just refuse to acknowledge it. Full disclosure, I'm just not a Niners guy. Just not. It's going to be tough to get there. I'm still mad at Crabtree. Probably had a higher chance to win with Rivers and Leonard. It all crumbled when he went and immediately went all wrong. I know, I get the attempt. It's just, when it doesn't work, everyone feels dumb. Making my first fantasy championship round in my life historically bad. Cinderella story. One more win. One more win. Jags Seahawks Super Bowl. Drop your Super Bowl prediction. Actually, you know what? Let me change this around. Drop a Super Bowl prediction if you got one. And I think by the end of this stream, I'll drop mine, if I can even figure it out. This year's been all over the place. Cowboys Super Bowl could never be boring. Well, the bummer is the dream's dead there. Dallas had their chance time in and time out this year, and they blew it. They let him off the hook. It's going to be Seahawks Broncos watch. Is that your call? All right. I mean, again, we like the uniform aesthetic. Maybe the Seahawks can wear their rivalry jerseys. You guys know I love those. But, yeah, I don't know. Jags versus NFC West winner. Wow. Okay. Anthony Richardson's about to be healthy, and see what they got in Riley Leonard. Does Indiana Jones not gonna be healthy most of the year next year? And that sucks. That sucks. Maybe they can get Dan Jones on some alternative treatment, some alternative medicine, whatever it takes. Bring our quarterback back. But I didn't just want to brush over Seahawks Broncos, because that would be an interesting matchup. Sam Darnold against Bo Nix. Would that be, again, we like Sam Darnold around here, but would that be the worst quarterback matchup we've ever seen in the Super Bowl? Maybe. Probably not. Maybe. In my opinion. Pats Rams. Okay. Texans versus NFC number 1 seed. You guys can't just like call an NFC West winner NFC number 1 seed. I feel like that's cheap. What happened to old school 2 teams? What happened to just picking 2 guys or two sides and just throwing the dart? I am so out of it tonight. I swear to God, I will be locked in. I'm still just recovering from a long weekend. But yeah, so this was this week. You know what? I want to say this really quick. We'll probably come back to Colts Niners if I think of anything else to say. This game, we reacted to Lions Steelers yesterday. What an underreaction by me. This was one of the craziest endings. I had to go back and rewatch it today. I could not believe what my eyes were seeing. The way the Lions ended this game, and the fact that all of Detroit started cheering at when the ref made the penalty call, even though the ref was saying the game's over, the Lions lost. One of the funniest moments in Detroit sports history, and there have been plenty. I was cracking up watching Jared Goff sail into the end zone like John Elway in the Super Bowl, and then them call it off, and all of Detroit slowly realizing that they did not win the game, and Aaron Rodgers smiling. Another thing I need to say, this is Aaron Rodgers' last season. I don't remember if he already publicly said that or anything. If he did, this is going to sound really dumb. But if there's any hesitancy, if anyone thinks Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year, he's not. You can see in the way he's answering these press conference questions, in the way he's talking to reporters, in the way he's just soaking it all in. This is him. We're going to lose Chris Paul and Aaron Rodgers same year. It's going to be devastating. I'm telling you. This is all the old man's got. Same goes for Chris Paul, Cone, and that's that. So I'm certain Aaron Rodgers is going to retire. In fact, I just want to make sure. Did he already say that? Again, there's so much to keep up with, in the modern NFL. It will be his last. He already said that. I am so dumb. I saw the way he was talking, and I thought, yeah, he's for sure retiring. But I guess I just forgot to, wait. Maybe AI lied? He confirmed that he was pretty sure. That's right. That's why I was so confused. Because Aaron Rodgers is playing coy, like always. I'm pretty sure this is my last season. Yeah, for sure. For sure his last season. I can call that as it is. Dub Bears. Feels like his last season. Knowing him, he wants a lot of attention when he retires. I wish he lived in a world where Uncle Raj could retire on a Super Bowl. I don't. Because that means the Steelers are winning it all, and that's not something my heart could handle. I hate watching the Steelers team, regardless of the outcome. That being said, they've had some fun finishes this year. Very un-Steelers of them. They've had some pretty interesting games, all things considered. The Bears game was fun. The Lions game was crazy. Colts game, Bengals, close one, There's a lot of close games. What a cool article thumbnail, by the way. Damn, I got to steal some of that. But, yeah. So, Steelers are weird. Aaron Rodgers is pretty sure he's going to retire. Breaking news. But, yeah, I'm certain. The guy, you can tell after the end of this one, he's seen enough. He's been through enough rodeos. Anymore, he's going to have a high blood pressure. We got Michael Niners for life. Let's go Niners. There it is. Good win from the 49ers. Again, I don't want to bury that, right? The Niners look good. I don't know why. I've always just kind of been negatively oriented towards the 49ers. But again, that doesn't matter right now. What matters is the 49ers are 11-4. Juwan Jennings scored a touchdown and had one of the funniest end zone celebrations I've seen in my life. He's handing the ball. I'll grab my New York Giants ball to demonstrate. Handing the ball to a fan and then whoop, fakes it. Charlie Brown's a fan. With the ball, with the game ball. It was hilarious. Never seen that before. Trey Aikman called it. He said, I liked what Juwan Jennings... he said, I love what Juwan Jennings is doing with his hair. I think he's been doing that for like 3 seasons. But I'm glad Trey Aikman's having fun and embracing the new wave of players. Yeah, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, we say this every week, but Joe Buck and Troy Aikman also are just phoning it in. They're having fun. They're just on cruise control during these games. So congratulations to the Niners. Congratulations to ESPN for another perfect season of broadcasting. Yeah, damn. You guys excited for Christmas? Shows showed improvement last couple of weeks. They have. I completely agree. They have showed improvements. They're a better team, and they're finding their spot a little bit. There's this clip of Mike Tomlin, Cam Hayward, and Aaron Rodgers walking off the field together, and I really think that's going to become a meme eventually of just old guys. Just, how did we get here? How is this team still winning games? Like The Hangover, but retirement. It was too funny. There it is. It must have been a funny game for Niners fans. Niners fans are never ones to hold their tongue. How many times have we pulled up fights here within Levi Stadium? Usually it's Niners fans fighting other Niner fans. So, if there's, you know what they say about the Niners, they bleed red and they'll make their opponent do the same. Who do you think will win fantasy next week? Burrow, CMC, Jeez, that's a team. Boy, Otis, that's a lot to keep track of. But I'm just gonna. Goodness, I got a little bit of both. Boy, I'm gonna go with the team one. I'm going team one. I'm picking you, Otis. I'm going with it. Let's go. Purdy playing his best football since the Super Bowl run, for sure. He made some great throws tonight. He felt very dialed in, and they protected him. Trent Williams had a good game as usual. I still can't believe Trent Williams is playing. That's something that always, every season, at a different point, I'm like, damn, Trent Williams is still going, and he's playing at an elite level, protecting Brock Purdy. And yeah, these haven't been the most impressive wins as of lately, and that's probably why the Niners are so red hot. But damn it, you could say the same thing about the Jags. We'll see who they are in January. Okay. Gotta shave. Let's go Bears. Levi's here. Ball it like a madman tonight. Let's go Niners. Next up, it's bear hunting season. There you go. There you go. This is gonna be a fun one. Sunday Night Football in San Fran. This is gonna be huge. Hey, the winner, are the Bears still in play for the #1 seed? I feel like they have to be, right? They can't be that far off. If the Niners are, the Bears should be, right? If the Bears take this one, they're in great shape. I mean, both teams are in great shape. But yeah, no, Niners, $336 for this ticket. Yeah, this stadium's going to be rocking and rolling. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. My goats, Pook and Stafford, carry me to the championship. Let's see if they can finish it off. Let's see. Fantasy football, guys. I said earlier that it was meaningless, and I kind of meant that. But you know what? Now seeing that a few of us are in the championship, one more week, I'm kind of starting to budget around my fantasy football winnings. I really need this money. I really need this money. Shoot, I might buy a camera. Never made it past the first round of fantasy. I'm Super Bowl hopeful. There you go. There you go. Cherish it, man. Fantasy is all luck. Soak it in if you can. I'm so damn dehydrated. All right. It's the halftime nap I take during Monday Night Football. Jags quietly amassed one of the best resumes in the league. Panthers, Texans, Niners, Chiefs, Chargers, Colts, Denver. That is true. That is true. I'm more talking about recently. I do agree the Jags are a good team and we love rooting for them around here. However, I'm just saying as of late, the Denver game is huge, but Jets, Colts with like half of Dan Jones and Riley Leonard, Titans, Cardinals, you know, not exactly a gauntlet, but beating Denver in Mile High is something, especially by 14. We're not clipping Trevor's wings yet. We are not doing that. I can't get over this design. This is so cool. If the Niners go to another Super Bowl and end up choking it, then the Niners fans might lose it. We will see. I thought after they lost to the Chiefs 2 seasons ago that was it. I thought that was going to be a franchise-defining loss and that Niners fans and the team organizationally will never come back from that. And yet here they are, red hot in December, despite their division being tough. Let's not forget that this Niners team also beat the Rams back in October, Thursday Night Football, what was a great game. So they've got some, you know, couple chinks in their armor, but if you look at this season, these are good teams they've lost to. Jags, Bucks, Texans, Rams. I mean, they went into New York and beat the Giants. That's not nothing to sneeze about. Only, 14 other teams have done that? 13 other teams? You can't just go in and beat the Giants. That's a respectable team. I'm getting off track. But, yeah. I feel like every team that's in the Super Bowl race right now, besides the Jags, is beating the Giants this year. I don't know, man. Anyway, Bears, the last two games for the Niners are going to, last two games for the Niners are going to be a lot of fun. Seahawks, Bears. I hope, you know, a fight breaks out in one of them. Just, you know, it's Niners football. Niners football is chippy. It's, you know, start a rivalry with a team you have no business being in a rivalry with. And what I will say is if we get Niners-Eagles, first round wild card, that would be a fun matchup. And I honestly think after watching tonight's game, the Niners just might win it. So who knows? But of course, as things stand right now, we would actually get Panthers-Niners, which, boy, I hope we don't. Well, I mean, either way, boy, the NFC is so stacked. The NFC is so stacked. The Panthers are going to need a dream run. No matter what the Panthers do, they're going to have to play a real tough set of games, provided they win any of them. Hunt has to sneak a Giants hate. I had to, man. Any chance I get. Only 13 teams have beat the Giants this year. Whatever. Panthers are the best team on that resume. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, are we sure about that? Jags beat our hurt Niners team, though. That is true. That is true, but, you know, a hurt ego as well after Liam Cohen and Robert Saleh almost got into it at the end of the game. Look, the fact of the matter is the Niners were playing at a high level, and the Jags went into I was going to say Candlestick, went into Levi Stadium and put together a pretty good game. Brock Purdy played, McCaffrey played. Wide receivers were a little thin, but come on. I mean, it's the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey's been their number one all season. But I think George Kittle is proving that he is still the man in San Fran. Gosh, man. Main reason I'm this far in fantasy is trades, mainly neighbors for JSN and Bowers. Last 4 seasons, I made the 2 trades I made last week. Yeah, I had neighbors, and I'm still in the championship, so that's a huge ego boost for me. I hear you, Otis. You should apply to be the Giants GM. We need one. Sent Crimea Rivers back to retirement with a pick 6. Crimea Rivers. I like that. Also, drop a like if you haven't already. Sorry, we're 20 minutes into this. I haven't said that yet. Drop a like, please. I'm a small channel. I need it. That's so funny, though. Crimea Rivers. That's what I should have named this stream, honestly. That's good. Welcome to the chat, keeping it real. Niners have been hurt all season, beat the Rams with that same hurt team. Exactly. I think this was the most impressive win they've had, and they've had some doozies. And this, again, we've had 2 just amazing Sean McVay post-game press conferences after losing to a division opponent on Thursday Night Football. There was this one and then the one we had this week where they asked him about Puka Nacua and his interminglings with Neon and Aiden Ross, which, gosh, that's not a sentence I wanted to say in 2025, but here we are. This was a fun one, too. Mac Jones slinging it. And the funny thing is they were winning games with Mac Jones. They're winning games with Brock Purdy. I wonder, what do you guys think Mac Jones would have done tonight? Do you think Mac Jones would have won this game, right? Right? Would he have thrown 5 touchdowns, though? Would he have played such a clean game? Would Mac Jones have been considerably worse to the point where this game would have been at least close? I feel like more or less the same outcome. Maybe 4 touchdowns instead of 5. Maybe 1 punt. I don't know. Candlestick Park, I miss it, don't you? Don't you? Just tired of the Jags fans thinking they'd done something and they almost got really beat. I guarantee you Jags can't beat a healthy Niners team any day of the week. Well, we might get a Super Bowl rematch at this point, which would be nuts. Jags Niners. That's what I mean. You could break, I'd say, 2/3 of these potential Super Bowl matchups, and they'd be off the wall crazy. The problem is, typically in the NFL, you kind of skews more towards the third of boring matchups that no one wants to see, like your Steelers, like your Broncos, like your Eagles. Just boring teams that no one likes watching, but they do win games because excitement doesn't always translate to wins in the NFL. Look at the Dolphins. Now we're finding it. We would have thrown 6 touchdowns. All right, we got 2 people. We would have thrown 6 touchdowns. Mac 10 is the man. All right. Maction. Shanahan is 100% coach of the year. Is he? I like the take. Again, let's check the odds really quick. And again, I think Kyle Shanahan's doing a great job. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and, again, clip the Niners' wings. However, I can recognize, and I hope Niner fans can too, that Coach of the Year typically goes to new coaches, first or second year guys. Kyle Shanahan obviously has been with the Niners forever. Same thing goes for Sean McVay, by the way. I think specifically they like giving it to new head coaches, and that's why I just don't see Kyle Shanahan getting it this year. But if we look at the odds, which it took me forever to pull up, but here we go. We got Mike Vrabel 110, Mike McDonald plus 400, Liam Cohen plus 550, Kyle Shanahan plus 550 as well. If I had to argue, if I had to make a poll of guys I think are going to get it, I would simply just go with tenure. Who has the shortest tenures, I would pick, right? So Mike McDonald, Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson. That's just how the AP votes. Look, I don't make the rules. That's how it usually goes. Sean McVay only has one coach of the year, and it was his second season or first season with the Rams. Okay, plenty of examples like that. So that's just the thing. Again, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say Kyle Shanahan doesn't know football. I wish I could. That would be funny, but that would be a just blatant lie. Coach of the year should be Liam Cohen. Shanahan should be coach of the year with all those injuries. I mean, look, again, if you want to talk about weathering storms, Kyle Shanahan has definitely done the most with the least, I'd say. I think a lot of coaches would have crumbled, maybe even gotten fired. I mean, geez, give Brian Daboll. I mean, again, let's not talk about Brian Daboll. All I'm saying is I completely agree. Kyle Shanahan deserves his credit. Woof. All right. Vrabel has a sympathy factor. That's what everyone says. I think we talked about this last night too. Yeah, Vrabel has the sympathy factor. I don't know what that means. Sympathy factor. Being a fired coach is the best job ever. Their contracts are fully guaranteed. I would love to be a fired NFL head coach. That would be awesome. You kidding me? Pretty sure the Giants are still paying Joe Judge's salary. Probably not, but you know, hurts to discuss. All right. What else is there to talk about? Does anybody else? I mean, look, the Niners defense looked good at some points. I thought that the pick 6 was awesome. That was a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, D Winners taking it house call. I'm trying to think what else happened. Like, again, it's Eddie Pinheiro missed a 60-yard kick off the crossbar. Blake Grupe is just a really skinny player. He was going viral earlier just because he looks super thin. He just doesn't look like a football player. Again, just it's weird. You know, you'd think 48-27, there'd be a ton of macro stories to come out of this one, but I don't want to talk about Alec Pierce. Like, Jonathan Taylor couldn't really run the ball that well, and Phillip Rivers, you know, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. You know what I mean? It was fun while it lasted. Drop a like. Shanny, Cohen, Vrabel, Ben, take your pick. Exactly. I'm not going to be mad at any of those guys. If I had to make my pick, I'm going Liam Cohen. Check out my coaching video if you haven't. I talk about Liam Cohen a lot. I think he's a hell of a guy. Still think Dable could work in the NFL, though. Yeah, as an assistant head coach, maybe grabbing coffees. That's messed up. He can be a good QB coach. I'm just mad at Brian Dable at the moment. Feels like he kind of just threw our culture down the drain, and now the Giants are picking up the pieces and not doing such a great job of that. After we beat the Bears and Seahawks, we'll be taken seriously. I hope. I agree. I think the Niners are being taken seriously right now. But again, whoever wins those couple of games, whether it's the Bears, Seahawks, Niners, you know what I mean? Someone's going to emerge from the ashes as the number 1 seed, and that team's going to be the bona fide favorite, and they'll probably get stomped in the first or second round, because that's always how it goes in the NFL. You look good through week 16 to 17, and then something happens, especially when you're a young team. Like, if the Bears get there, not to hate on the Bears, if the Bears get to the number 1 seed, I just feel like that's playing with fire. That's dangerous. That's a young team. Same thing with the Seahawks. That's a young team that just, you know, I feel like it's just going to be a lot of pressure, a lot of tension, and you might carry that into the playoffs. Happened last year with the Lions. It just felt you know, too much. The walls are closing in, and then Jared Goff threw those picks, and everything just kind of fell apart. I could very easily see that happen with any team who takes the #1 seed in the NFC this year. The NFC, I can't remember a time where it's ever been this competitive, and man, I am excited to discuss it and see where it's going. Seemed pretty cool, but I subscribe. Thanks, Michael Niners. I appreciate that, man. We're streaming after every primetime game, besides last Saturday. Niners missing their best passers for Bosa, and that's very true. The Niners are more dinged up on defense. It's easy to forget that. That Fred Warner is down for the count, Nick Bosa, and they're finding ways. They're finding ways to win. Go Niners, man. I'm not even a Niners fan. I'm not even a back shoulder fade off one leg kind of guy, but damn it, I like watching good football being played, and the Niners play good football. It's a quality brand of football. You know, it's ethical. That's what it is. Blake Grupe's like 150. No wonder he's skinny. I believe it. Yeah, I'm just saying, if you see Blake Grupe, no helmet with pads on, it's jarring. It looks like he's in high school, and that's not my thought. I took that from a Instagram reel, but it's true. Welcome to the Hunna family, Michael. Yeah, seriously, welcome to the streams, guys. Woof. If you want to watch the lights are too bright for me right now. Seriously, like I'm looking at like 6 lights. It's been a hell of a couple of days, but we're here. Go Giants. Jackson Dart had 33 yards. I'm really happy about that. We got Hunna's Hill now. All right. So when Gale is here, it is. That's true. We got Hunna's Hill. All right. Well, I got to add some people really quick. So let me just remember a couple names. All right. I got to grab Gardner Minshew. Right. There's a bunch of random fellas we got to add to the hill real quick. Yeah, so we had Gardner Minshew, and then who's the Chiefs? I'm just gonna Google Chiefs third string QB. I'm not even gonna wait for the overlay. Chris, yep, that works. Chris O. The 25-year-old rookie, I believe this guy's name is, or that's not his name, but that's his role. Also played with the Steelers, so you know, when you go under the Mike Tomlin QB tree, that always works out. Who else got in this week? We got the 2 Chiefs backups. We have Joe Milton. Yeah, I think... Oh, we got to get Malik Willis in there. Got to get Malik Willis. Damn, this sucks. Poor Packers, man. Right when everything comes together. Again, right now I'm just collecting JPEGs to add to this little QB tier list right here that we're going to get to in a second. I'm thinking Broncos, Niners, Super Bowl. That would be... Well, that wouldn't... I mean, fun is a stretch. Again, I just hate watching the Niners play. The one team that doesn't play a good brand of football, the Broncos, man. I just can't do it with the Broncos, man. So one team I don't want to see. Maybe the Steelers, but even the Steelers would be a fun story. Sick of Bo Nix. Sick of it. I'm so glad the Jags slayed the dragon of Denver. I'm getting off track. Malik Willis didn't 9 get hurt. That's right, but we already got Brosmer, so no sweat there. Tyler, we got Snoop Huntley in as well, I believe. Yeah, we do. He's in. Yeah, he's just wearing a Dolphins jersey. We got Snoop Huntley. All right. Packers entire roster. Yeah, 9 did get hurt. Everyone's devastated. All right, so Malik Willis, Chris O, Gardner Minshew. I think that's everyone, right? Raiders don't have anyone to play. Got Brady Cook. We already had Quinn Ewers. Again, thank God. Phil Rivers is on there. All right, let's do it. Let me just fix this really quick. How do I edit this? What the hell? Okay, here we go. Also, we're pumping the SpongeBob Christmas mix right now, so you know, turn up, I guess. Okay. This is gonna be a fun one. I miss Mac Jones, though. I'll say that. I really, you know, I'm glad Brock Purdy's doing his thing. I am, but I do kind of wish Mac Jones' Cinderella run was what was happening. Just saying. All right. Okay. Let me change this. All right. Here we go. Hunna's Hill. Welcome to the QB tier list. Niners, Bills, Super Bowl. That would be sick. That would be a lot of fun. Jags, Niners. we all love to see a Jags, Niners rematch. Again, if I miss some Chaz, can you replace a picture of JJ with a 9 picture meme? Hold on to the 5, John. That is a good idea, though. I gotta fix the tier. That is a good idea, though. Hold on. I'll do that. But hold on to the 5. It's fine. Ninja meme. That's not what I meant. Okay, hold on. These pictures are so funny. Okay. There it is. There it is. Thanks for the 5, John. Again. You can always hold on to your cash, man, but I appreciate the 5. Okay. Here. There he is. Okay. 9. He has been replaced. Again, we might move him around, but this is it. This is the Hunna's Hill. I just realized the music is like absurdly loud. Yeah, that music is bumping. I turned it on for the beginning, and then I forgot to turn it back down. The music is bumping. Good call. I ain't got time to see a Steelers-Panthers Super Bowl. All right. Well, drop a like if you haven't already, guys. We're doing the QB tier list now. Okay, so Tua got benched. I don't want to move him down too far, but the fact of the matter, he did get benched. It's not great. I mean, all these guys pretty much are backups besides Kirk Cousins, Cam Ward. Well, Cam Ward's flying up. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Unlimited, this is going to stick. Obviously, we got Russ. We got Mitch. Really terrible. We got these fellas. Brady Cook, again, it's going behind Brosmer. Simple. Brady Cook sucks, and Max Brosmer at least, has a cool mustache. Which puts him ahead of Cooper Rush as well. But other than that, I didn't watch a lot of these games, so forgive me if Quinn Ewers balled out. For now, I'm just going to stick him ahead of Zach Wilson because that's where he stands on the Dolphins depth chart. As far as these guys, oh boy. You know what? We're going to give Chris a shot. He's going to the end of terrible. Okay, we're giving Chris his shot. Where's Malik Willis going? Again, I like watching Malik Willis play. I think he's a fun backup. I think he's good. I think he's better than a lot of these guys. I'll put him at the top of terrible. Gardner Minshew. We all like Gardner Minshew. He's fun. However, he's not durable. And clearly the Chiefs aren't going to win many games. Whether or not Gardner Minshew plays, I'm going to put him in terrible for now. Right there. Sure. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. A lot of these guys are going to stay the same. Tyler Shuck is the man, but he's already staying up. So these are among quarterbacks that are actually playing at the moment. Michael Penix hurt. Kyler hurt. All these guys. Again, this is every quarterback that's played a snap. Malik did good. Did he? I feel like I was on the Price is Right with that music. Yeah, I turned on the Mario. I turned on the Mario Kart soundtrack to get a little energy going for Hunna's Hill. So I love doing production and talking. It's very easy and fun. Minshew season done. Damn it. Well, give our respect to Gardner Minshew. All right, let's rank the rest of these guys. This is so tough to do considering I just did not follow a lot of these games. We're going to keep going though. Cam Ward. Look, Cam Ward has won multiple games now. We are big fans of his game. We're familiar with his game. We're going to put him up to meh. We'll reorder it later. Tua, just because I feel like he's too high, we're moving him down below Joe Milton. Joe Milton's usually a good middle point for the pretty bad tier, and I think that's going to stick for now. And just because Kirk Cousins is playing, we'll move him to the top of pretty bad. There we go. All right, as far as the 9 tier goes, look, I don't know much about what happened in Vikings-Giants, but I knew that there wasn't a lot of scoring. JJ McCarthy did run in a touchdown, but he did also get a... It may have been Brosmer, but someone got killed, sack fumble by Brian Burns, which the Giants then took for a touchdown, which was fun. I don't know what to do with JJ McCarthy, but I do know Jalen Hurts has won 2 in a row. He has officially earned his way off this tier. He's going to meh for now. We'll reorder later. The 9 tier is going to stay. I don't know what to do with it, but that's the way it is. Other person that's going to meh, just hovered over it, but I got to do it. Jackson Dart's going to meh. Again, we'll figure out the order in a second. But yeah. Okay, let's do it. First of all, we're in the meh tier. Who's moving up a tier? Now we're actually do quarterbacks that actually matter to be ranked. Okay? We are in the meh tier. How is this order going to shake out? Again, I'm just kind of free balling this one. Okay? Just left, right, shot. All right? JJM was really going to set up both touchdowns in that game. It was the only one to set up both touchdowns in that game. There you go. There you go. Thanks, 9. Willis did good until he fumbled that snap at the end. Shuck better be flying at 300 plus yards. Shuck will be flying. This is a pro Tyler Shuck channel, due mostly in part to Who Dat Hank. Shuck is moving up. Jalen Hurts. I'm not putting him in nose ball. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers. He's going to move up within this tier. That's for sure. Yeah, Jameis might be too high. Purdy also moving up. We can't watch what we just did and not give Purdy his respect. And you know what? Damn it. We're moving Joe Burrow up just because he's back. And it's good to see. That's what we want. All right, let's order this tier around a little bit because these are all the guys that are staying in for now. Bryce Young's tempting, but the Panthers squeaked by. I would have liked to see a better game out of Bryce overall. That being said, winners win, and Bryce did that. He'll stick at the top of meh. Jacoby Brissett coming down to earth a little bit. He was putting up numbers in garbage time. Not as impressive in hindsight. We're moving him way down to the back end of meh. Honestly, this was fun, but kind of over it. Much like the Phillip Rivers thing. Also, Phillip Rivers, where did we put him? Terrible. Yeah, let's move him down a little bit. I completely forgot to do that. Let's move Big Philly down a couple of spots. I think. Just yeah, that's about right. Middle of terrible. I forgot to move Big Phil. Yeah. So Jackson Dart is probably going to stay at the back end of meh. He threw for 33 yards. If any other quarterback did that, I would send them down 15 tiers. I'd make a special tier for them, call it 33 yards, but it's Jackson Dart, and I refuse to. You know what? To hell with this. Hold on. To hell with this. I'm not doing this. Hold on. Not doing this. There it is. Now I'm pissed. There it is. Had to. Don't like making tiers willy-nilly around here, but had to. All right. Done. Okay. Jaden Daniels. I don't know why I pointed him out. He's not even playing, but he's on here. Jalen Hurts has got to move up. I don't want to put him in nose ball. I feel like we have to, though. Should we put Jalen Hurts in nose ball? 13 total air yards. I can't do it. The Me versus Gale, Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl on CBS. Are you and can you still stream it? Let's see. When is that game? The CBS, the Tiger Sun Bowl. Let me check that out really quick, and then we'll get back to this because I actually am curious. Let's see. Saturdays are usually tricky, but let's find out. Oh God, I accidentally clicked on basketball. It's a bowl game, right? Yeesh. Oh boy, why is ESPN like this? This is taking me forever. The Sun Bowl. Oh boy, there's only like 19,000 bowl games again. College, man. When is this game? All right, I'll come back to this. When is this game? Hurts didn't play good again. I didn't watch. We're gonna put him behind Bryce Young. I gotta move this along. Honestly, I'm afraid to make a wrong take here. Aaron Rodgers is finding ways to win games. There you go. Cam Ward also finding ways to win games. Right there. Bang. This is good. Meh. This is getting better. Honestly. All right. Nose ball. How are we gonna order this tier? Well, fact of the matter is Baker Mayfield keeps losing games. We're gonna put him at the back end of this tier. Outside of that, Brock Purdy is probably better than Tyler Shuck, but Tyler Shuck might be the MVP one day, so who even knows? I think this is about perfect for the nose ball tier. Pretty good. Sam Darnold. The Seahawks found a way to win. They did. It was a hell of a game. They found a way to win. Sam Darnold moving up. They're the number 1 seed for a reason, okay? Jordan Love. Okay, I'm bouncing all over the place. Caleb Williams. They're finding ways to win. I can't, in good faith, put him below Jordan Love. Jordan Love will also be moving down just because he's injured. You know what I mean? You got to finish the game out. They lost. Lamar Jackson just struggling, just straight up struggling. He's moving down a tier to, below Brock Purdy. Below Tyler Shuck. I'm sorry. Shedeur Sanders be renamed to something more harsh. Used to be perfect. Yeah, I'm just sad. Now I'm just sad about Shedeur Sanders. We're going to move him down a spot. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Justin Herbert, congratulations on the win, Justin Herbert. But the Cowboys defense isn't anything to write home about. We'll go there. Jared Goff, airborne, but not enough. Bo Nix, I've been waiting for this. See ya. Just tanked him. Bo Nix dropping 3 tiers. I don't care if he played a great game. Bo Nix lost to the Jags at home by 2 touchdowns. I've been waiting for that. Maybe I'm overreacting. Don't care. Bo Nix is going down to meh. Welcome to the Marcus Mariota tier, loser. Anyways, outside of that, this is about right. I think Rest and Power should move down a tier. Just, you know, for the love of the game. Shador Sanders used to be perfect. Let's go with, gosh, what's a good title for the Shador tier? Mistimed, bad timing. I don't even know. Just fake Rolex. I have no idea. If someone comes up with it's New Year's Eve noon Mountain Time. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be watching the college football playoffs, right? New Year's Day. Let me is that a college football playoff? Let me see. Again, it's Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. I don't think it is. Hold on. New Year's Eve. Let me find this game. 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. I don't know if I can pull that one off. I mean, 11 a.m. on New Year's Eve. We'll see how that one shakes out. We might just discuss it on the Hunnaball stream if we have Saturday football. Sun Bowl is not CFP. I see Shador. Yeah, maybe. Actually, what Jeffrey always called him Sharuder. I think that's funny. Sharuder. There it is. Shador. There you go. One of those. Anyways, Trevor. I am not gonna walk this one back. Trevor is going to top of elite. If Matt Stafford lost. Matt Stafford lost the game. He'll probably win MVP, but for 1 week, Gail's not even here. But for 1 week, we're doing it. We're putting Trevor in the best spot. Okay, I know this Hunna's Hill hasn't been the greatest ranking because I don't even know what the hell's going on in the modern NFL. But we're also going to move Dak down a spot. There's that. We got our top 4. Trevor is moving to the top. And, Josh Allen won. Drake May won. Matt Stafford did not, but let's not go crazy here. Yeah, so there you go. Trevor, Shador Sanders. It's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, this is the Hunna's Hill. You just ruined the tier list. What, by putting Trevor at the top? I honestly think if there's 1 week to do it, Trevor's red hot. Matt Stafford just lost. It's a golden opportunity to take the golden boy. Gail's gonna be unbearable. Exactly. This is the Gail take. All right. So we're gonna save this guy. Again, like I wish I had more analysis here, but not watching the game is driving me crazy. This is the last time that'll ever happen. So I can't save it because I gotta fix something. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So I'll change it here, and there we are. 9. Cool. All right. That looks horrible. Well, we'll figure this part out later. But yeah, I'm surprised Dak was still 3 after being outdueled by 9 last week. Yeah, you know what? Dak is pretty high, but it's pretty good. Some people are saying Dak's MVP. The Cowboys offense is just straight up fun to watch. Dak Prescott, America's QB, America's team. Sure. Yeah. So that's Hunna's Hill this week. I can't overreact to. I didn't see how Shuck played. I didn't, follow too closely. But Brock Purdy, this is certainly the highest he's ever been on this list. So congratulations to him. He knows ball, and still rest in power to Dan Jones, hurting it. Trevor Lawrence has 10 touchdowns in 2 games. He's popping off right now. Exactly. If there's ever a time to take Trevor Lawrence. Need a quick side tangent advice if you can. If you're gonna do it subtle, should I just try to throw a Hail Mary sometimes this week if you catch my drift? I love this chat. Just go for it. Hail Mary pass. You know what? Here's what I'll say. Hail Mary pass is going in it with no strategy blindly. I'll say this: 4 verticals. That's my answer. 4 verticals. Find the soft spot in the defense, and then throw it deep. There you go. 4 verts. All right, on a ball. Dak didn't play good. You miss all the Hail Marys you don't throw. Aaron Rodgers probably. Bears are going to the Super Bowl. Bears are going to the Super Bowl. So this is what I want to do right now. I want to look at an NFL playoff bracket. Hopefully it's updated. I doubt it will be, though. Well, let's try this ESPN article with this cool little thumbnail. Woo! No wonder they went all in on the thumbnail. I actually feel like I could do this design pretty easily. Anyways, whatever. Hire me, ESPN. All right. This is not what I was looking for, though. I was looking for a bracket. This is... Okay, cool info. Cool little things here. Go Giants. Little Giants mention. Go us. 92% chance to have a top 5 pick. Go Giants. Come on, a bracket? Really? God forbid I find a bracket. Not like I Googled bracket. Fine, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way, the boring way that I didn't want to do it, but whatever. We'll go to ESPN and we'll just go to standings. We'll do it manually. We'll do it live. All right. If I had to, I gotta just find a stupid bracket. But anyways, if I had to pick the playoff winners, who's defending the NFC and who's defending the AFC? I asked you guys your Super Bowl pick. I'm gonna give mine. Hail Marys don't miss when Stoner Cat throws them. Exactly. Thanks, guys. Loving the support. You got it, Stoner Cat. Let's go. Let's go. Never surrender. The time has come. Let's go. When in doubt, just say let's go. I'm all over the place tonight. Anyways, first, okay, who's coming out of the NFC is what we need to figure out. Well, this is tricky. This is tricky. The Niners looked great. We all know the NFC West is probably going to be involved in the Super Bowl somehow. But, you know, you look at this list of 7 or 8 teams potentially going to the playoffs. I guess 9 if you include the Bucks. And I'm a little scared of Philadelphia. I am, man. I really am. And I always say, when in doubt, take the boring matchup. I think the Eagles have that Super Bowl pedigree. I think they have the experience, much like the Niners and the Rams, that I think are going to knock out the Seahawks, Bears, Panthers, maybe even the Packers, if it's them. You know, they have that pedigree. So I think when it comes down to it, the Eagles are probably going to defend the NFC. Them or the Niners. And for now, I'm going to pick the Eagles. Maybe it's a George Costanza. Maybe it's a reverse jinx. Maybe it's me saying the Eagles are going to win. And then when I'm wrong, oh well, you live with it. But there's just something about this team. You never know. You never know. They're constructed so well. You can never say die with Philadelphia. And they're tough as nails. And we'll see what happens. So as much as I want to say the Bears or the Rams would be fun, and I really do hope they make it, we're picking the Eagles for now. Eagles and somehow the Chiefs. It's like that terrible Star Wars line, somehow the Chiefs return. 9, you say, exactly. NFC could be anyone except the Panthers. I think it could be anyone except the Bucks. I think the Panthers have a shot. So we're going with the Eagles on the NFC side against our better judgment. By the way, Jalen Hurts moved to meh. I didn't unpack it at all. I didn't watch him play, but they've won a couple of games. Birds are looking up. And then in the AFC, who is defending the AFC in these playoffs? Houston? Maybe. Houston has a great defense, but they're going to be playing on the road the whole time, and most likely, I mean, they could come back against the Jags and win that division, but the Jags are red hot. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. It's really tough. It would be nice if an AFC South team defended the AFC for once. That would be so cool. Has a team besides the Colts from this division made the Super Bowl? I guess the Titans have once, and the Jags have not. The Texans clearly have not. It would be really cool if an AFC South team made it. But again, like I said, when in doubt, pick the boring matchup. The Chargers are too injured. The Patriots are too young. We all think Denver are bad. That's a very common take around here. It leaves one team. Well, it leaves the Bills as well. The Bills very well could, and hopefully they do, because the Bills really need this one. If the Bills don't do it, it's going to be a disaster. And especially if a team like the Steelers get in. That being said, as much of a hot take as I want it to be, as much as I want to stand on my pick the bad matchup, I just don't see a world where the Bills don't defend the AFC this year. We're going to go Eagles. We're going to go Bills. and I don't really care to unpack it much. I might change it next week, but for now, we're going to go Eagles, Bills, and just kind of stick with it. I just want to have videotape of me calling that if that's the case. Broncos or Jags, honestly, it'll be Broncos just to make Hunna mad. Yeah, seriously. Denver's going to make it to the Super Bowl, and I'm still going to be talking about how it should be the Giants, about how the Giants should have beat them, about how the Giants have not won a game since they lost to Denver. And Denver, before this week, had not lost a game since they beat the Giants. It's crazy. If the Bills don't make it this year, they're never making it. Exactly. It felt like that last year. This is actually their last chance. And the window looks like it's closed in Baltimore as well. This team's just not good. This Ravens team, again, didn't watch Sunday Night Football, but this Ravens team, this has been such a frustrating season. Okay, I'm not going to add Marty. I'm not going to add Marty. Thought about it, but he didn't throw a pass, so not going to add Marty. Now, this is a guy who doesn't know ball. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I feel, man, when you combine the tiredness with the not watching the games, I feel like an idiot. I feel like a damn football idiot. So come Thursday, we'll be back locked and loaded and all sharp. But for now, let's play some Weddle. let's play the daily Weddle. Because again, I don't know, man. I'm thinking Viking. Jordan Mason. There it is. Let's see how far we can get. They're in the NFC. They're not a running back. Hunna doesn't know ball. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel, man. Hurts my feelings. But we did the Hunna's Hill. This is Josh Allen's probably one and only chance. Too bad. Probably with his worst team yet. I feel like the Bills are like... I feel like this is the strongest their run game's been, at least. James Cook is having a dark horse offensive player of the year campaign. He's been great. If Josh Allen didn't vulture all those touchdowns, James Cook could have easily duplicated what he had last year. Do 9. JJ McCarthy. Well, we're out, but let's see. Is he even on here? He is. Just for kicks. All right, so they're probably 23. They're in the NFC. They do not play quarterback. There it is. 9 mention. Okay. NFC. Let's get a wide receiver, should we? You know what? Why not? Our favorite player, Darius Slayton. Wow. Brutal. I guess it clearly wasn't Darius Slayton. I'm trying to get the position first. Damn. Okay. Is it a tight end? Probably if they're this tall. 23-year-old tight end who plays in the NFC. Trey McBride? Oh! Okay. Hold on. Jared Verse. I think it... Well, we got tight end. Again, the chat delay. Trey McBride. There we go. I'm creative. We were on the same page there. Damn. Taller than 6'4". Plays in the NFC West. Younger than... Is it Jake Tonges? It can't be, right? It's not Jake Tonges. Oh my gosh, we're so close. We're so close. Okay, is it AJ Barner? Bills, Eagles have been inconsistent late season. Their comments from their experience will get them eliminated. Rams win NFC experience consistent. AFC's wide open. Give me the Jags. Okay. Kittle's too old. I wish. Okay. Wait. This should be obvious. Number 88 in the NFC West. It's AJ Barner, right? It's got to be. It is AJ Barner. Nice. Okay. Now we move to hard. But I am kind of with you there, Otis. I think, again, it's wide open. I really don't like... I don't even like my pick of Eagles-Bills. I don't even like it. But, I mean, I get what you're saying. They are inconsistent, and, you know, they do have that overconfidence. But it's just... Gosh, it's so tough to predict. I hate having... making opinions about things that I'm not sure about. Trevor is best. You missed it, Gail. Yes. Trevor is best. Drop a like, Gail. Yeah. We put Trevor in best. You missed it. It was an electric moment. But we figured if there was a week to do it, it was now. Speaking of young tight ends, Pitts is only 25. That's a good point. That's a good point. I feel like I'm not giving the Falcons enough love because there's just not much to say. Start with JJM. All right, fine. We'll start with McCarthy again. Good starting point, honestly. All right, NFC offensive player? I forget how hard works. Tyjae Spears. Got to stick in the NFC. Let's see. All right, hold on. I got it. Tank Bigsby. Let's see. All right, 5'11". 24 years of age. You've earned a Gale Bask in the glory. The Rams are better than the Eagles in every way. Yeah, but they're starting to get a little dinged up with Devontae Adams. And the Rams have a better offensive line than the Eagles. They probably do. Yeah, it's tough. I haven't been studying offensive lines as much as I want to be. Ever since I did that video, I thought I just kind of had it figured out. Maybe. It's tough. I feel like the Eagles just have depth. That's the thing. The Eagles are built for January. That's the thing. Tyjae Spears is a good call, though. 24 years old. Got to get the division down. Mike Evans? No. How old's Emeka? Well, we're going to find out. Okay, an NFC South wide receiver who's 24 and 6 feet tall. Blake Corum. Not a bad guess. Amon-Ra. Not going to go. It's not Amon-Ra, Gale. I know the chat delay is what is the miscommunication here, but Gale's always the goat of Weddle. Yeah. NFC South wide receiver who's 6 feet tall and 24 years old. Is it Drake? No, Drake London's taller than 6 feet. Darnell Moon? No. Olave? Is Chris Olave 24? I guess it's worth a shot. Wait, hold on. Wait, why not? Vele. Is Devon Vele an option? Jalen Coker, I like it. I like it. Jalen Coker is the one we're looking for. I like it. Oh! The delays. No, the delay makes everyone look dumb. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I get that. But it could be Leggett. No, it's not, because it's not Panthers. Damn, I feel like we should have gotten this by now. Jalen Coker, 6'3"? I didn't know that. Oh, so they're not 24. They're 25. Maybe. All right, it's got to be Olave. It's got to be Olave. Gale called it. It's got to be Olave, right? Oh! Is it Shaheed? Shaheed's not even on the Saints anymore. 25 years old, on the Saints, shorter than... Wait. Oh, they are 5'11". Shoot. Okay, so they're 5'11". They play on the Saints. Who the hell... I was going to play Valet. Who else is on the Saints that's 25? Plays wide receiver. Shaheed is a Seahawk. But is it not updated, maybe? Who is... What? I can only name Vele. It's not Godwin. Vele. Shaheed was on the team. Now he is not. And Olave. God, drop a like if you know who it is. Now I'm just trying to think of Saints players. Yeah, since Shaheed dipped, exactly. Where the hell's Hank? I'm just gonna guess Shaheed. It's not Shaheed. Yeah, it's updated. We need guys, Saints knowledge. Mason Tipton. All right, well, I'll play it. Because if someone looked it up, yes, someone looked it up. Kevin Austin. Yeah, okay, so it was Mason Tipton. That is for certain the first time I've heard of Mason Tipton. Really quick. Not to put the guy on blast or anything. Maybe Mason Tipton can be a friend of the channel one day. But, yeah, New Orleans Saints. 11 catches, 76 yards. Damn, out of Yale. Woof. Did not know this fella existed. I guess I really don't know ball, huh? Dante Pettis, should have guessed him. Didn't know Jalen Polk was a Saint. I thought Vele was as deep I needed to go on the Saints, but whatever. Kevin Austin. All right. All right. Cool. Would have never guessed that. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Starting to think Gale cheats on these. Well, all right. That's the two Weddles of the day. Damn, he's a nerd. Yes. Yeah, seriously. Yale. But yeah, hey man, he's getting involved though. 4 grabs this week, maybe a sneaky fantasy ad. And really quick, let me say this, speaking on the Saints, if you're in the fantasy football playoffs or championship, I would assume the Saints defense is a really strong ad. They play Tennessee. They had a great week this week against the Jets, 19 points. Saints defense is probably who I'm going to be rolling with. That or the Jags against Big Phil Rivers. We'll see. Must have went up the depth chart after Shaheed left. Definitely. Look that one up. Who the hell knows Mason Tipton? Yeah, definitely. Every AFC playoff Team has its problems. Pats, Broncos, Jags, Chargers are experienced. Broncos are frauds. I'm biased. Bills are confident and inconsistent. Steelers don't have any problems. Super Bowl favorite. Steelers are going to win. Texans inexperienced. Texans aren't inexperienced. I feel like the Texans, they were in last year and they competed pretty well. Remember, they almost beat the Chiefs. The Texans, I'd say the Texans have decent playoff experience. Gale, are you proud of yourself? Yeah. Gale, what a moment. we're all giving Gale his flowers. He was early on the Trevor thing. I saw a tweet today that was the Jags and Trevor Lawrence's career trajectory completely took a 180 when Trevor fell down, got up, and ran in the end zone. That was the first time Gale joined this stream, and since then he's been saying, Trevor Lawrence, top 8 QB, and we all said, no way, no how. And now Trevor Lawrence is at the top of the tier. Jags are winning the Super Bowl. I will say, full disclosure, I am rooting for the Jags. I think the way this kind of chat has gone, I mean, I just kind of taking a tally of what like fans we have around here and who we know. I kind of feel like we have some Pats fans that stop by. We have love for the Pats fans, obviously, but honestly, I think for the Super Bowl we're gonna be rooting for the Jags out of the AFC, and we got a lot of Bears fans that pop in and out of here. We got Levi, we got Reyna, we got some others. So yeah, we'll go with the Bears out of the NFC. So that's our ideal Super Bowl, Bears-Jags, because why the hell not? Caleb Williams versus Trevor Lawrence. Can you give me a reason why you would want to see that in the Super Bowl? Imagine that media day. Imagine Caleb Williams at a Super Bowl media day. And here's the thing. There will be a playoff game, regardless of whether or not the Bears win the Super Bowl or not. There will be a playoff game where Rome Odunze tears it up. And I'm going to be thinking one thing. Damn, where was that in the regular season, Rome, when I needed him in fantasy? Screw Trevor, Demon from Hell Lawrence. Top 8, I think you mean top 1. Exactly. Forget the big 3. It's just big me, Trevor Lawrence. I feel like we don't have any Broncos fans here. Sometimes Broncos fans come in just to chirp. It's funny. We'll have like some completely unrelated primetime game, and then Broncos fans will come in to say, we're the best. Give us our respect. No. No. I wasn't a Caleb guy until that game Saturday. He did his thing. That last drive, he really put on some great throws, especially the game winner to DJ Moore. He owns my Titans, yes. Well, we give Titans love. If the Titans were in the playoffs, we'd be rooting for them, that's for sure. I'll root for the Jags when my team is inevitably eliminated. Well, Packers have a shot. It's just the Packers are down a QB. That's the bummer about that one, Stoner Cat. But yeah, definitely not. I mean, Panthers would be fun too. If we could get a Cats game, Panthers, Jags, that would be a lot of fun. Might be the first time in Super Bowl history too. Two Cat teams facing off. Because God knows the Lions never get there. Ha ha. Go Giants. All right. Yeah. Golly, man. I wanted to see what did I want to say? Aaron Rodgers is probably going to retire, which was such a dumb little segment. And then, as far as other football news, what else we got? I mean, Giants lost 33 passing yards. Certified Zest Fest. Caleb Williams was showing his painted nails come playoff time. Here's what I'll say about Caleb Williams and his painted nails. This isn't like to be like, oh, come on, man, be nice. People can say whatever they want. I don't care. But what I found out recently is that Caleb Williams paints his nails because his mom is a nail tech, and it's like a bonding thing for them. If you want to make fun of him, make fun of him. But I'm not gonna. I was never really a big like hater of the whole nails thing. But now that I know the reason behind it, kind of with it. Same reason like Jackson Dart wears that big ass chain, and at first I thought it was kind of tacky. Then I realized it's like a little family inside thing he has with his sister, so it's like a cool little thing. It's nice when players have personalities. Sometimes fans are like, ew, he has a life outside of the game? You should be obsessed with football. It should be everything you do, all you think. It's like, I don't think that's always healthy. Maybe for a select few, but I don't think in football that's the way to do it. It's a team game, isn't it? This isn't basketball where you can just, work your ass off, glorify your ego, and then take over a game. Football is 11 versus 11. You got to be able to decompress. You got to be able to have a personality and do your own things. So if Caleb Williams is a cornball off the field, so be it. He's good in between the lines, unlike Jalen Hurts. Surprisingly, yeah, no Lions fan need to get one. We have Micro, who hasn't been here in a minute, but he'll pop in every now and again. We have, we've had some Lions fans in here. Again, I got to do like an not inventory, but like, do a check of all the fans that have come in and out of here this season. Because I think we're pretty close to basically all of them, all teams. I think we've had some Texans fans join that we just didn't confirm, and then you know, all over the place in some other facets. I know we got Ravens checked off, Chiefs. Did we have a Miami fan in here? I don't know. Again, I'm gonna have to go back, watch every single stream, and keep up with it. But yeah, we're getting close to that goal, that's for sure. I don't get the nail painting thing. I don't care as long as you can sling the pigskin mane. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. As long as he can play good football. Look, I'll still like him more than Bo Nix. You know what I mean? I feel like Panic never really set in for the Lions. I feel like they haven't really taken the season seriously. Just thought they were locked, and they have to win out. The Packers to lose out. What are the 5 most well-represented fan bases in this chat? I feel like Gale and Otis do pretty heavy lifting for their respective fan bases. That's a good question. Obviously, Giants. We have a plethora of Giants fans. Analytical Giants fans. We have emotional Giants fans. We have a Giants fan who doesn't really know what's going on, but just sends out every emotion he has. Takes 10 to 15 minutes to paint nails. I have my nails painted, man. It's so dumb to hate on him for it. Yeah, exactly. Totally, man. Like, sometimes when, you know, you're, like, bored, shit, why not? I mean, I haven't painted my nails, but I'm not knocking anyone that does it, you know what I mean? Like, I've drawn on myself. It's the same thing. It literally is the same thing. Like, if I painted on my arm, no one would care. Paint on your nails, ew, it's feminine. I think football... The identity of football has changed a lot in the last 20 to 30 years. I don't think that's a bad thing. Obviously, the Super Bowl will be a shootout between Panthers and Jags. Obviously. Duh. Jeffrey and Hank are the main voices for Browns and Saints. That's what I mean. And we do have Jeffrey and Hank, exactly. We got, we do. We've got a lot of bad fan bases around here, which is always fun. Obviously, we've got John covering the Vikings. That's what's fun. We have such a high fan variety around here. I feel like we're really covering bases. Like I would say this whole stream was early to the Jags thing because of Gale. This whole stream was early to the Tyler Shuck thing because Hank keeps up with it. That's what I mean. We got Raina here also as a Bears fan. I think I shouted Raina out, but yeah, you know what I mean? So we got a whole plethora, a cornucopia, if you will, of different fans. And when you got, you know, different people watching different things, like, hey, maybe the Jags are pretty good. Maybe we all think Denver's a little overrated. Maybe the Titans are going to be sneaky okay next year. Who knows? Shoot. Another sick thumbnail. God, what is ESPN doing with these articles? Oh my God, his nails are painted different colors. I'm just having fun. Yeah, exactly. So Panthers Jags went last time. Yeah, the worst game of the year. I can't believe both these teams are in the playoffs and the Jags are just like red hot. I think we're missing Dolphins, Ravens, Panthers, Bucks, Hawks, Niners, Rams. Definitely aren't missing Niners. We had a few Niners fans join. I know we've had Rams fans join as well. I think we also had have a Seahawks fan who was in yesterday. I'm blanking on the fella's name, but he's been in here a couple of times. And then we all, Tampa, I don't think we have Tampa covered. We do have Panthers covered, and we do have Ravens covered. Miami, though, I don't know if we have. But yeah, so we got, we're really making it happen here. I don't know if we have Colts. I don't think a Colts fan has joined or a Texans fan. But again, 49ers game rise up. See, we got food facts every day. There you go. Another Niners fan coming out of the fray. You see what I mean? We got Niners fans covered. Believe me, as we look at the Tennessee Titans team page. NFL tried so hard to hype the Christmas games, but they're all duds. I cannot wait. Netflix is going to have such a bad Christmas, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Niner gang. Now we got a couple. Shoot. All right. See what I mean? Niners fans show up and show out. Niners fans love the Niners so much they beat up on other Niner fans. I miss Colin Kaepernick, the player. I really do. I mean, I didn't have a huge issue with the whole kneeling thing, but Colin Kaepernick was sick when he played. I called him Josh Allen before Josh Allen. Everyone got mad at me, but I still stand by it. Most fun I've ever seen the Niners play, but tonight was a close second. 5 touchdown passes for Brock Purdy. Congratulations, San Fran. You beat Phillip Rivers. Titan gang, we need the Hunnaball chat fan spreadsheet. That's what I need. I know. I need to make a spreadsheet. That's what I will do. That's what I'll do. There's a Colts fan who shows up sometimes. It's possible. Christmas duds, any NBA Christmas game. I feel like the NBA Christmas games are awesome, though. I get the take, but I feel like the NBA Christmas games, the matchups are at least interesting. Let's compare. Let's compare really quick. Let's go to week 17. Okay, there's 3 duds, man. 3 like tickets under $100. 3 just completely useless games. I mean, geez, man. 4 out of the 6 teams here are eliminated from playoff contention. Like, what are we doing? 4 out of the 6 in week 17, man. Like, the Saturday slate's better. And we're going to watch Malik Willis versus Snoop Hundley. I think the NBA cares a lot more recently for the Christmas games. I thought last year's Christmas games were pretty solid. But let's pull up the NBA games just for reference. Again, this is more of a football channel, but why not? We can discuss Christmas. Look at this. Rockets, Lakers is fun. Cavs, these are all good teams. Spurs, Thunder trying to get their get back. Mavs, Warriors, Wolves. I think these are all good games. I mean, the Mavs are struggling, but still. They're all pretty good games. Again, it's a lot easier to guess when it's the NBA, but still, there's a lot less variance. Watching the NBA in 2025, it hurts. Lions, Vikings, it could be good as a game, but, you know, playoff implications aren't really there. So you compare the two, I think this might be a basketball Christmas, and that's fine, because Netflix tanks it. Netflix does not understand sports at all, and I'm mad because Netflix kicked me off a family share account today. So, you know, any chance I get to rip on Netflix, I will take and cash in any chance I get. Lions will win since Vikings are 200 and playing Brosman. That's a good point, too. The Vikings will be playing without their starting quarterback for 4th time in J.J. McCarthy's career, it feels like. There were high hopes for all 6 of those teams when the season started. Exactly, agreed. It just didn't shake out well. And you know what? I'm happy to see it. To be quite frank, a lot of these teams I'm not a huge fan of. Cowboys, Manders, you know, others. Thunder have been slipping recently. Yeah, apparently. They started off red hot. Now they have 3 whole losses. They are slipping. Play the Lions defense if you need in fantasy. Yeah, if the Lions defense is available, that's a great streaming play in fantasy. So I hope you're in the Fantasy Football Championship, by the way, because I am, and I'm nervous as all heck about it. Because I'm playing Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, and Jamar Chase. How someone got them all in a 12-man league, I don't know. But here we are. Yeah, fellas. Well, if these Christmas games are going to be a bust, is that the next time I'm going to be streaming? Oh my gosh, it is. Woof. Yeah, Christmas is in 3 days. Wow, okay. So what I want to do now is we're gonna make our picks for the Christmas slate. We will be streaming Christmas night, so you know, if you can tune in, stop by. If you can't, that's cool too. But you know, we made a promise. We're gonna get on here. Finch getting ejected from Wolves Thunder game was hilarious. Didn't see that, but if Chris Finch is getting tossed out of games, I'm sure it is a funny moment. One is starting a third stringer, 3 of those teams starting backups. Yeah, exactly. It's a backup fest. Yeah, totally. We're gonna do our picks now. I honestly, whatever the spread is, I don't even care. It's gonna be a favorite Christmas. It was an underdog Thanksgiving. It's gonna be an overdog Christmas. Whatever the spread is, Cowboys, Lions, Broncos, whatever the spread is, I don't care. I just don't care. Chris O for the Chiefs, Max Brosmer for the Vikings, and Marcus Mariota for the Commanders. That in and of itself is all I want to say. Do any of the Christmas games have playoff implications? I mean, Denver getting the 1 seed, maybe, and the Lions may or may not make it. They need to win this game. They probably will, but they need to. Even then, it's still not a sure thing they make it. So I mean, the Broncos. Yes, I think every team wants to win, but yeah, no. Denver is really the main playoff implication there. Lions a little bit, but not really. Because they still need the Packers to lose out. And I believe the Packers played the Tyler Huntley Ravens. So we'll get to that when we get to that. Who's excited for 105 Giants Raiders? Waiting all day for Sunday afternoon. Oh, man. I'm going to get myself a bowl of cereal and sit my ass down and watch the Giants play the Raiders. My favorite game I've watched as a fan. If you would have told 11-year-old Hannah, hey man, you're going to be, in 12 years, you're going to be sitting down watching your Giants play another 2-13 team. Loser gets the number 1 pick 3 days after Christmas. I would have said, why would I ever get into this sport of football? And then I would have gotten into basketball. My life would have been considerably better. Of course, we don't live in that world. And Giants are going to play the Raiders. Loser wins. There you go. Bears are getting the 1 seed. Vikings win. Packers are in for sure. If not, Lions are still fighting. Exactly. Getting on the Trevor Lawrence MVP odds while you still can. What are they? What are they? That's the question. Plus 6,000. Just saying. Just saying. Tank Bowl ending in a final score of 8-3. That would be nice, as long as it's Raiders up, Giants down. Again, tanking's for losers, but the Giants are losers. This Giants team is a bunch of losers, so whatever. Let's embrace it. Jackson's 1 seed would have been so great, man. Patriots have historically digester schedule. I'm assuming you mean easier, so they don't see them losing a game. Who would have thought the Giants would be bad because Scatabo got hurt? Rip, man. I mean, they did start 0-3. Giants are just injured. Again, this is, Giants fan, but I feel like I haven't had to have like a genuine Giants take about whether or not they're good since, gosh, the Eagles game. So, gosh, this has been a brutal year for New York. Whatever. Also, by the way, in case you haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, the Jets have not had an interception this year. Let me say that again. The New York Jets have not had an interception this year. It's been discussed a lot today. I know that. I'm not the first to mention that stat, but I just think it's crazy. You look at interceptions. No one. No one, man. Literally no one. Giants should lose out, trade Dart, and draft Mendoza. Idiots. Thank you. Thank you. Dogwater. I see. Kafka will win just to screw the Giants. I know someone floated that in the Discord. Will Kafka win to pull a Lovie Smith? I don't think he could if he wanted to. I really don't. I think Pete Carroll's very much coaching for his job, and he's going to cash this win in if he can. Mind you, the Raiders competed against the Texans. The Giants probably wouldn't have at this state. This Giants team is playing so defeated. If Jackson Dart's going to throw the ball 10 times for 33 yards, then why even bother sending a team out there? Drop a like if you haven't already. The Jets haven't had an interception all season, so this team is so funny. Their leading receiver is Garrett Wilson with 400 yards. Goodness gracious. Mason Taylor not far behind. Those Giants fans are so annoying, man. It's like the Vikings fans saying we should trade JJM and everything for Mendoza. Those type of fans are the exact reason I made my tanking video. Let's just restart and get the best quarterback out of college and everything will be perfect. I'll get to be happy for a month and then give up on him and then move on to the next guy. It's like, dude, the ADHD, instant gratification NFL fans just are so off sometimes. But anyways, trade for Burrow. Trading for Burrow would be fun. If the Vikings traded for Burrow, that would be sick. Pete Carroll should retire again. Gino's not the answer. Well, both of those sentences are true, but I don't think the Raiders are going to acknowledge either of them at the end of this season. Who knows? I think the Raiders should draft a QB. We'll see how this whole thing shakes out. Maybe the Raiders have the #1 pick and grab Mendoza. Otis is dropping his picks with spread. We'll do that on Thursday, but Washington, Detroit, Casey's. Okay, so you're going a couple of underdogs. All right, Otis, shoot, I like it. As far as Christmas goes, I'm assuming I'll look at the spreads. I'll look at them. Just guessing the spreads, by the way, to steal a Bill Simmons segment really quick. Guessing the spreads for these Christmas games. I have not seen these. I wouldn't lie. I'm going to go Cowboys by 6, Lions by 10, Broncos by 13.5, maybe 12.5. All right, let's see. Come on. 6.5. I think I said 6. Minus 6. I said 7, 12.5. I said 13.5, right? Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, I gotta say. Pretty damn good. Pretty good guesses. I gotta hand my. Nice. Not a Larry Mendoza guy. Is that it? Okay. Again, I'm assuming his middle name or first name's Larry and he goes by Fernando. But I need to understand this. That's like the McCorkle thing. Fernando Mendoza. Does he go by like Larry or Fernando Mendoza the 5th? Why do we call him Larry? Is that not like his name? He's from Boston, Mass. Born in Boston, raised in Miami. That's crazy. He went to Christopher Columbus High School. Great. I do not want. Now is not the time to donate Wikipedia. Sorry. Jets stats shouldn't be surprising given how Aaron's D got shredded in the playoffs by Jaden Daniels the year before. Oh my God, really? I guess, yeah. But I feel like that loss is more on Jared Goff in hindsight. But again, now the truth will set you free, and the truth is that Aaron Glenn's defense cannot get picks. I was just talking to my friend's got his name confused, so I was just calling him Larry, so I call him that until he impressed. Fair enough. All right, cool. I kind of like it. Larry Mendoza. To think Phillip Rivers is better than Lamar Jackson. Well, that's nice. I mean, I didn't say that. Madden GOAT 2025. I didn't say that. Mendoza's nickname is Heisman Mendoza. Wait a minute. Diego Pavia. We'll get into Diego Pavia. He's a future Raider for sure. Yeah, no, I don't think Phillip Rivers is better than Lamar Jackson, though. Phillip Rivers missed a lot of passes, and I'm pretty confident he is one of the worst throwers of the football in playing football right now. But again, beggars can't be choosers, and that's exactly what the Colts are. Yeah, Heisman Doza. Okay, cool. Well, again, now that we know the spread, still Dallas. I'm going straight favorites. It's a favorites kind of Christmas. Lay a fiver on that, you get yourself a sweet $32. There you go. Just hope Aaron Glenn doesn't get fired. Need him in that dance to stay in the league. Aaron Glenn will stick. Aaron Glenn will stick. Was at the game tonight. Go Colts, I guess. All right. LCGW 95901 was at the game. Go Colts. All right, we'll call it LCGW as a Colts fan. We're calling it. We're taking it. Go Colts. I've actually been to Lucas Oil Stadium. It's very nice. It's nice to get in and out of. It's cool. It's nice and heated. It's a nice stadium. It's fun. I enjoyed my time there. I like domes. Domes are fun to go to. Oh my God. Diego's a future kick streamer. Great take. Oh my God. I forgot to mention this. Chiefs are moving to Kansas in 2030. I wish I had a more fiery reaction. Anytime a team moves, you got to feel bad. Move is relative, but currently they play in Missouri. They're moving to Kansas State. And I'm sure that's going to have people angry, and I get that. There's a lot of inner politics between Kansas and Missouri, which, again, I didn't know about until recently. But my long-winded take, or short-winded take, I should say, I feel bad for the people in Kansas City, and I think that Arrowhead Stadium is a historic landmark that shouldn't just be moved away from for no reason. Sometimes money ruins things. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to feel empathy for Chiefs fans, but it does suck. There you go. He is IMO like Robert Saleh, ironically. Wait, he's better than God, please, not Diego, please, Mark. Diego's future quick sure. Wait, Glenn. Wait, who? Wait, like Robert Saleh? Wait, who? Wait, who's like Robert Saleh? Aaron Glenn? That does make sense, but is that what we mean? Missouri keep a football team challenge. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Pavia equals Johnny Manziel, so he's going to the Browns. Pavia wishes. Johnny Manziel was electric. DK got suspended for 2 games. That's right. John called it. You should go to Trevor Bank Stadium, get yourself a Jagarita there. I don't know how they make a margarita teal, man. I feel like food coloring is where you start at least. 2031. I'm glad some kid's crying about this. Yeah, exactly. I'm happy to know some kid in Kansas City, Missouri, right now is mad at and is looking at a Patrick Mahomes poster on his wall, just tearing up. Damn it! I hate these Chiefs. I don't know who to root for though, because there's like one team in the entire Central America. Surprising number of people think they already play in Kansas. Oh yeah, you can't blame the people though. Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like when you get to, I don't think Kansas is even Midwest, just middle of the United States. You just kind of, I think a lot of people just pretend they know what's going on there when really they don't. Like the Plains, the Nebraskas, your Kansases, your Missouris. I feel like people just kind of plead ignorance on that one. Felt the same way about Candlestick and San Fran. Yeah, exactly. Candlestick was awesome. Historic landmark. Why move? Levi Stadium is nice. But Candlestick had a nice look to it. Again, I might be the biggest Colin Kaepernick fan ever, especially because it's mostly just because of how he played. Colin Kaepernick beating the Packers in Candlestick Stadium in 2012 playoffs had such a sick aesthetic, such a moment. What a game. What a game. Made me happy. Blitz said Glenn might be a better fit DC than head coach, so like Saleh. Fair enough. I agree with you there. That's kind of what I was thinking tonight after Robert Saleh got not beat by Phillip Rivers, but there were points where Phillip Rivers was moving the ball, and you could tell Robert Saleh, or Bob Saleh as we call him from time to time, little on his heels. Not happy about it. B-Flow in that group as well. But Flores was right about Tua. Yeah, and he was right about Dart. He smoked him. I think they're getting a dome too, which is funny because that takes away part of the playoff advantage. Yeah, weird. I don't know. I don't care for that, quite frankly. Yeah, I don't know. Domes are fun, but forcing a dome is just, I think Chiefs don't feel like a dome team, you know? I guess maybe that's just bias because they've been playing at Arrowhead for so long, but they just don't feel like a dome team. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. As a Midwesterner, we got to have Kansas. We're outnumbered as it is. That's what I mean. I don't want to dunk on the Midwest, but I can't speak on it too much. By the way, if you told me back in August, I forgot to respond to this. If you told me back in August Lamar and Mahomes are missing the playoffs, I wouldn't have believed it. There you go. There you go. That is true. If the Giants get a receiver with the number 2 pick, I'd be so happy. The Giants might get the number 1 pick. If the Giants get the number 1 pick and trade down, that is the winning scenario. I'm assuming Matt and Goat, you're also a Giants fan. And welcome, brother. It's a fun time. Go us. As much as I hate the Chiefs, what Kansas is doing to pay the stadium is awesome. Public funding will be sourced of merch sales and not public tax funds. I'm glad Missouri is losing teams like Rams left. Oh, that's right. Missouri lost the Chiefs and the Rams. It's wild. Missouri had 2 football teams for a little bit there. What Kansas is doing to pay the stadium is awesome. Public funding will be sourced merch sales and not public tax funds. Okay, that's I should have read about it. Is that true though? That they're not just like siphoning all the public tax dollars. That's nice. Maybe they saw my video about how stadiums are always a bad idea. But to respond really quick to Madden Goat, I'd be happy if the Giants got a receiver, but I'd be happier if they got the number 1 pick and then traded down and then drafted whoever. That's more my goal. But again, I'm not the GM and I don't, we can't control whether we win or lose. So we'll see. Midnight for me, so I'm out. See you, John. See you after the Christmas games. And have a sick set of holidays, by the way, guys. Anyone who's out there got to leave. This stream's probably going to be coming to an end soon, but yeah. Southpaw Man, forgot about that. Wait, what did I miss here? Oh yeah, Salah was screwed by the Jets, forcing Hackett on him. Murder Rogers, that's right. That Salah did get a short end of the stick. I wouldn't even be that mad if Salah became the new Giants head coach, as crazy as that sounds. Salah ain't got nothing on Liam Cohen. That's true. That's true. Salah got completely sunned by Liam Cohen. Bro waited to hide behind his offensive line to talk his trash. No, man, he was talking. That was a sick clip. It's like, you disrespect us. That's right. We got a Jags fan and a Niners fan here. People remembering the story differently. Giants should take Jordan Tyson. I don't disagree. I think if the Giants, though, I think the lowest pick the Giants could, or highest pick, the lowest pick the Giants could have is 7 overall, and I think that's about Jordan Tyson range. So if the Giants win a couple of games, so be it. As long as we can end with one of the big 3, Lemon, Tyson, or Tate, wouldn't be super mad. Hope the Chiefs lose all their home field advantage and culture in this move. At that point, I don't think Andy Reid's going to be the coach 2030. So maybe they'll completely fallen off. Maybe Pat Mahomes will just be a guy. It's crazy to look to 2030, but again, that's time flies when you're watching football. That much we know for sure. But anyways, guys, so we got some new people around here. I'm happy. Welcome to the Hunnaball stream. We share after every primetime game, besides last Saturday. Which, judging by the amount of people that came in on Sunday, maybe I should just stop. I should start skipping games. People thought I died. Maybe inconsistency's the meta with live streaming. Tate is a Titan, bro. Not if the Giants pick ahead of him. Imagine John Harbaugh as a Giants' new coach, because I read something about him being on the hot seat. Plus, Jackson Dart could develop very well under his system. I don't disagree. If John Harbaugh gets fired, then yeah, that would be a slam dunk hire for the Giants, and I would love it. That would be so perfect. Not only would he be able to develop Dart, but just the culture John Harbaugh could bring would be so welcome. And honestly, I couldn't imagine a better scenario for the Giants to just find a tried and true, tested head coach. Whether or not the game has passed him by is not for us to decide. Leave a like, people. Thank you, Stoner. Okay, yeah, drop a like if you haven't already. Tyson is the best wide receiver in the draft, but injury prone. I thought he was taller, but he is a beast. Trey Lance's younger brother that plays wide receiver, 6'3", 209. Hope he falls to the Falcons. Yeah, pair him up with Drake London and our favorite wide receiver, Darnell Mooney. Oh, and David Sills. And see what you can do in Atlanta. You think Cam Newton's punching the air after tonight? I don't think so. I think he's smiling. I think Cam Newton thinks in his head he could have won tonight. He could have won this game, and that's fair. Be a competitor. Who doesn't love Cam Newton? His sports takes. Him ripping on Keon Coleman. Harbaugh will have a new job the next day if he ever gets fired. That's what I mean. And that job would probably be with the New York Giants, which would be awesome. So the Chiefs will become the new Chargers, a once proud franchise that left and now will have no real fans. If you qualify the Chargers as a once proud franchise, which I suppose you could, they were pretty good in the early 2000s with LT, then yes, that's exactly what the Chargers, or that's exactly what the Chiefs are. But I think the Chiefs have the Super Bowls, the Chargers do not. If Brian Flores and Mendoza aren't in silver and black next year, as I, the singular Raiders fan, will riot. I'm sure you could get more Raiders fans involved in that. I'm sure you get Raiders fans excited to riot at this team. I couldn't imagine. The Raiders haven't even had like a breath of hope. At least the Giants had Dan Jones in that 2022 season. The last time the Raiders were good, it was that Derek Carr year. Boy. Rivers played better tonight than Cam did at the end of his career. That's fair. That's fair. But Rivers is really missing some throws, man. Just bad passes really give me the ick. I don't know. I'm Keon Coleman. I hate Cam Newton. Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's what happened with Steve Smith and Jerry Jeudy. And now, surprisingly, Jerry Judy's actually kind of won that long term. He won that little rivalry because Jerry Jeudy's still playing. And Steve Smith, whether or not he's succeeding on TV is not the question. Jerry Jeudy is still a tried and tested wide receiver one, even if it's in Cleveland. LaDainian Tomlinson, shout out. Oh, yeah. LT was like nothing else. LaDainian Tomlinson, such a great running back. Revisiting his highlights and his style of football was something else. But yeah, fellas, these are my picks. And it's kind of all I have, to be honest. I'm enjoying this conversation, though. I feel like the Chiefs are crazy. And LaDainian Tomlinson was awesome. And Cam Newton probably wouldn't have won tonight, but I think Cam Newton thinks he would have probably stepped into the Colts and won tonight, so there's that. Won the game tonight for the Colts, but I don't think it would have worked. I would have liked to see Anthony Richardson. That's one thing I will say about Cam Newton. If there's a quarterback that you can compare to Anthony Richardson that could mentor him, it's probably Cam Newton. Build and athleticism-wise, very similar. Just saying. Cam Newton could teach AR how to protect his body. Oh, wait, Cam Newton didn't protect his body either. So, bit of a mixed bag. LaDainian Tomlinson running behind Lorenzo Neal. What a duo. Yeah, seriously. A good fullback. Don't you miss the fullback? We live in an alternate universe where the Jags are a top team in the NFL. This year has been so crazy. I could just sit here and look at standings all day. This has just been such a crazy... I mean, again, I wish the Giants were up top. Every bad team is getting their get back except the one at the bottom, which is the 2-13 New York Giants. Cardinals, I guess, are also struggling. But the cyclical nature of the NFL has worked for some teams, unlike others. Also, Joe Shane's got to go. Just saying. Just doubling up on that. TJ Lagway's AR 2.0 to the school. Shout out Juice. There it is. Cam probably thinks he could go 15-1 and make the Super Bowl again. Probably. And then he could jump on the fumble. Anyways. But yeah, fellas. I'm excited. It's Christmas week. So, hope you guys have an awesome week. Whether you're probably out of school or, you know, getting some shorter shifts at work. Hope you guys have a sick Christmas season. Yeah, it's been a fun football talk, but I don't really have much else to say, and it's getting kind of late. 1 o'clock Eastern. If we beat the Panthers in like a month, I'm pretty sure we'd be a third way tie for the NFC South right now. Yeah. See, the Falcons are frisky. Teams pop on at different times of the season. Dolphins did it. Falcons are frisky. Maybe Kirk Cousins is the long-term answer in Atlanta. What I was saying was, this has been fun. You guys are awesome, and I love this conversation. But to be honest, there's not much else for us to discuss in the football world. We can sit here and rip on our own bad teams forever, but you can't beat a good night's sleep. Chill Channel Man earned my sub. I appreciate that, Jadoff. I think we earned a couple of subs tonight, and I'll take that. Again, we stramped every primetime game. But I think we're going to call it tonight. This has been a fun one, and we'll do a whole thing on Christmas. I'm all excited. Chestnuts roasting in an open fire. Max Brosmer playing. I don't know, man. But yeah, it's been fun talking with you guys. And I will see you on Thursday. Again, have a great Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a great week. I don't know. Shoot. We're on holidays. Celebrate every day like it's Christmas. Who the hell cares? Life is awesome. Unless you're a Giants fan. Anyways, yeah. Welcome to our new subs. It's always nice having you guys here. And until next time, you know, this has been Hunnaball. Later, see you, Madden Goat, and everybody else who's new. Oshkon came at the end. Well, Matt Stafford's no longer the best QB in the NFL. There you go. But anyway, guys, have a kick-ass rest of your night, and I will see you on Thursday. Drop a like, please. Hunnaball.